Hello again, Professor Bruno here. Welcome back to Cartoon Theory. I just recovered from ranting on Johnny Test's stubborn excuse of a father last week, but now I'm back. Anyways, today's Cartoon Theory is something that I need to bring up and put an end to once and for all. Is Arnold Betrays Iggy from Hey Arnold a bad episode? For those who never saw that episode, I'll give you a brief run-through. Arnold notices that Iggy wears feet pajamas, and he tries to keep this a secret. But when Sid and Sticky find out, they spill the beans, and Arnold goes through unsuccessful attempts to beg for forgiveness. Needless to say, it doesn't end well. But anyways, some people like the mysterious Mr. Enter and even WatchMojo.com have claimed this episode to be one of the worst, and I think it's time I settle my case. The answer to that theory is no. I don't think this episode is the worst of the show's run. Allow me to explain. There are quite a few things in this episode I liked, like Sticky's love for lemon pudding, Grandpa Phil's advice to Arnold, heck, even Helga's appearance gets a smile out of me. Those are the key moments I like about this episode. But I do have to agree with most of you guys that from a story structure, it really isn't how you would tell this kind of story. In this episode, Sticky and Sid just immediately assume the persona of being complete jerks seemingly out of nowhere. I would argue, however, that although those two and Iggy were jerks to Arnold in the episode, nothing actually harms Arnold in that particular story. From Arnold's perspective, he just got embarrassed of the secret being exposed to everyone in school. I understand why so many people dislike this episode, but based on how hurtful it feels. Especially with the end of Arnold doing that walk of shame in those rabbit feet pajamas, and Iggy overhearing Sid and Sticky feeling guilty about what happened. But I think it's time I come out and say it. This episode is overhated. There's nothing in this episode for me to hate. And don't get me wrong, Arnold didn't deserve to be in Iggy's shoes. But at least from that day forward, he vows to ignore Iggy whenever possible. And I know there are some people out there who like this episode. Even the podcast series Stoop Kids knows this is not the worst episode in the world. The link of them talking about it is in the link below the description. Besides, if you want a bad story from this show, I suggest Helga and the Nanny. The only redeeming quality I could think of is Arnold complimenting Helga on the dress that Inga made her wear. Oh, and also a bag of money for Sid's Flanderization was uncalled for, and a new bully on block for having the kids not go with the grown-ups or call the police to arrest these bullies. So there you go. That's my opinion for Arnold Betrays Iggy. If you disagree, that's totally cool. Everyone's allowed to have their own opinion. Now, please let me know in the comments what are your thoughts on Arnold Betrays Iggy. See you later, everyone.